Hey there, podcasters. So today we're going to learn how to make a full episode automatic audiogram here on Headliner. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and log into your account by visiting make.headliner.app. Next, you should be seeing a screen that looks an awful lot like the one you see here. And to create an automatic audiogram, you're going to click the Automatic Audiograms button. Doing this will open up the automation wizard. From here, you'll go ahead and search for your actual podcast or drop in the RSS feed. Once you've done that, you'll go ahead and then select your podcast. And once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and select the language. The default language here in Headliner is going to be US English. If you are not speaking in English, you're going to want to click this drop-down arrow and select the language in which you're speaking in. Once you've done that, you'll go ahead and click Next. From here, you're going to go ahead and create your automation. So full length is going to be accessible here on YouTube or via LinkedIn. I'm going to go ahead and click our YouTube automation as it is the most popular. Next, I'm going to go ahead and click on the full episode option. And then from here, you can go ahead and choose how you want Headliner to create your audiogram. So with any automation, you have two options. The first option is going to be the auto posting option, which is going to allow Headliner to create that audiogram for you and then post it to whatever platform you have selected in the automation wizard to start. The second option is going to be emailing videos to you. So this is perfect if you want to review captions or just double check something before an audiogram is actually posted to whatever platform you're going to. As the automation is a little bit more involved, I'm going to go ahead and select this first option just to make sure we cover all of our bases and you're fully empowered and understand exactly how you can create automations here with Headliner. At this point, you'll be asked to authenticate your account and go ahead and sign in. Once you're all signed in and everything's authenticated, you'll be taken to a screen that looks an awful lot like this one. You can see that Headliner's gone ahead and it's filled in a lot of the fields for me, but as you can see, denoted by this little edit icon here, everything is completely customizable. So you can go ahead and click on that, and then you can kind of change things up a little bit. So maybe you don't necessarily want your podcast title, maybe you want to pull in something from your RSS feed. You can click this little plus button, and then you can add in all of these options, and that's going to be pulled directly from your RSS feed. So these are what we call dynamic elements. So they're going to change out every single time and fit the actual audiogram in which you're creating for. You can also go ahead and type anything you want here. So some people really like having those tags front and center. So you can go ahead and, if I can spell correctly, you can go ahead and type in whatever you would like here. And then anything typed manually is going to be what we call evergreen. So it's not going to change and it will remain in the same place. So all of my video titles created with this automation are going to have this lovely little script tagging here. And that's going to dynamically change out with my actual episode title, followed by the hashtag Headliner Podcast. Then once you're happy with it, go ahead and click Save Changes. Then similarly, you can do a bunch of things here. So we have even more script tagging options available here. So you can include links to the full episode, maybe a shout out from Headliner. And then of course you can write whatever you would like here. So you can have, listen to my awesome podcast here. And then you'll have all of this stuff like automatically populated and then followed by what I just typed here. Go ahead and click Save Changes. And then, especially if you're creating for a podcast, you want to go ahead and add this to your podcast playlist. And if you don't already have one created on your YouTube Studio account, you can go ahead and create a new one with your YouTube Studio and then port that over to Headliner just by clicking on this new playlist button. Next, you're going to click See Additional Details and just make sure that everything is what you want. So visibility is really important. So our default is going to be public. So all of my automations created are going to be posted on my YouTube and the world can see them. However, some podcasters really like to list things as private. So this essentially takes care of getting your video up into YouTube, but it allows for some wiggle room for you to either schedule out the content or to review the content. So especially if that kind of review period is important to you, I would definitely recommend toggling on the private option from the drop-down menu. And then you can go ahead and optimize your different categories. So entertainment, English, go ahead and find your language. And then categories, this is going to be all of the tags pulled in from your podcast upload, once again attached to your RSS feed. We always recommend leaving those on. And once you're happy with everything, you're going to go ahead and click Confirm Auto Posting Details. And at this point, you're going to select the starting point for your automation. So with all automatic audiograms, you can either create for future episodes. So this is going to start at your most recently published episode and then continue the automation for the life of your podcast. On the other hand, we have the back catalog option. So this is going to allow you to start at episode 0, move forward to where you are currently, and then it will actually continue that automation until, once again, the life of your podcast. So I'm going to go ahead and click back catalog just to show you these options. So you can see here, you can go ahead and create all episodes. That is our default, or you can kind of chunk things up seasonally. Why you may want to do this, some podcasters kind of like to change up the audiogram or the art or the visual component, what have you, for each season, just to kind of visually break things out a little bit more. So that's totally up to you. Just go ahead and select the season in which you want to create for, and then go ahead and click continue. And then at this juncture, you'll be taken to the template wizard. So you see here, Headliner has a bunch of different templates kind of preloaded on here. So you can kind of scroll through these and pick and choose whatever you would like. You're also welcome to create your own template from scratch here in Headliner. I'm going to go ahead and select one of our newer templates. So I'm going to select dashes. And then maybe I want to customize things a little bit more. So we can see like the background color, I could change it, can make it the Headliner blue. And I could, maybe change the font of my captions. So it is the Headliner branded font. Go ahead and do that. Click Save Changes, and then I'm happy with the way that audiogram looks, so I'm going to go ahead and click Preview My Automation. This is going to do just that, preview my automation. And then you can see here that Headliner's gone ahead and it's populated a preview of my audiogram. So once I am happy with everything, I can go ahead and click Looks Great, go ahead and set it up, and this is going to start my automation for the season in which I selected. And as you can see here, my automation is live. So once Headliner has gone ahead and it's processed that first video, it'll go ahead and continue that automation, posting up to 3 audiograms per day to YouTube. And then you can see here that Headliner has gone ahead and it's done that for me. So this is an older automation that I had running, but you can see Headliner went ahead and it's created an audiogram for every single episode of the Headliner podcast. And boy, is there a lot. I think we have we have over 84 now. So quite a few podcasts out there that were automatically uploaded to YouTube for me, all thanks to Headliner's Automatic Audiograms. And then should you ever want to edit or review your automations, it's super easy here in Headliner. All you do is once again go to make.headliner.app, select the podcast in which you are creating for. And you can see I've got a bunch of different automations running, and some are in various states of activity. So you can always go ahead and edit them. So say you want to kind of change out the seasons, you can do that just by clicking edit. And then you can see here you can do all sorts of automations and just kind of update things as you go. So there are a ton of different things that you can do here in Headliner. And that is truly how automatic audiograms work here in Headliner. So this was a bit of a deeper dive, showed you kind of all of those levers that you can pull with the automations. Truthfully, they do take only a handful of minutes to set up and get everything running as it should. And then it'll kind of just keep your podcast going throughout its lifespan. So automatic audiograms are a super easy, super awesome way for you to go ahead and get your podcast uploaded to YouTube or shared out with the world. If If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions, what have you, feel free to drop them in the comment section down below, or reach out to us directly by emailing us at support@headliner.app. As always, thank you so much for watching and happy podcasting.